So let's start the drawing, and if you see the reference image, then I think it is over here where the horizon is, a little on towards the top. You can make it a little down also, but it's fine. And then, like, this is a scene from Goa, Talpona, South Goa, and so where should be the start of this boat? It should be here. Start of the second boat. It should be. Make the human figures properly. So we need the human figures to be drawn with care. If you want, you can avoid, it's better to avoid the human on the nets. There are a few people who have climbed on top of the net. Can you see that? You can avoid that, just to make it simpler. You can avoid that because that is not going to add anything to the composition. Okay, so just avoid. And I have also.
So are we going to paint those net on the boat?
Just put a patch of, like, just put a patch. We'll just do it very vaguely. And I have marked the area where the reflection is coming. There is a pole here. and then there is this area where the sand is. Mark the area where the red color is going to come. Done. The drawing is done, and once your drawing is done, we can start with the painting. So what all colors do we need? First of all, let's understand the color composition here. So what are the colors that are needed? Tell me. Whatever color you will say, I will bring those colors. What colors are needed? Jaldi jaldi.
So for sky blue and crimson are there.
Blue and crimson. Chalo, blue, crimson is already there here. Tell me what else? We need more blue. What else? Chalo chalo bolo.
And then yellow ochre and blue.
Blue to hai, yellow occur hoga, then we will need some orange also. Okay, and yeah.
For sky?
No, we will need orange for the ground, and there is there is a little tinge of orange will be used in a few places. Mostly your blue and blue, crimson, and yellow ochre would be the primary colors here. Okay, so and for the water, what will be the color for the water?
So I see green.
You see green, but do you see any concentrated green, or you see a very desaturated green?
In shadow, the reflection of the boat. So that viridian is there.
Viridian green is there. Yeah. So so the viridian green is there, and also the green that you are seeing is not very concentrated, right? So we can so a little bit of viridian is already here, so which is fine. We need a little bit more crimson for the darker areas. So first of all, we will start with laying the colors from the sky to the water, and while we are going from the sky to the water, the color of the sky is being reflected by the water also. So we don't need to do them in isolation. We will consider both of them as one color scheme. If you just squint your eyes, if you just half close your eyes and see, the reference, you will realize that there is not much difference in both the colors. So I will first start with yellow ochre. Okay, I'll first start with good quantity of yellow ochre for the sky, because there is some warmth in this zone. Okay, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then I will add some crimson and blue color together. Crimson and blue color, so it becomes a kind of purplish color. Little bit of yellow occur to make it desaturated, and then loads of water, because I don't want this to be a concentrated color. See, the color should be very light. Once it is light, it should have lots of water. So what happens, it blends with the yellow ochre that we put, and gives a nice atmospheric feel. Fine. And then we come down. Once we come down, primarily I see that the color that we have added here is the same color that we need for the water. Okay, so what are the colors? Yellow ochre, blue, mix yellow ochre and blue properly, and little bit of crimson. So these three colors, and it should be properly watery. So it is kind of a very light gray kind of color, and this color is going to cover the entire spectrum of the water body. Okay, so it will also come on top of the boat, because the boat body is not white. Okay, the boat body is also a kind of grayish color. Can you see that? The boat body is not white. Is it white? The body of the boat is not white color, right? It is a very very light gray color. Yeah, so we will put some yellow ochre on this boat. See, that's what I was trying to do. I'm happy that you said yellow ochre. There is a little warmth on this boat, but it is not white. It is actually a very dark color, but because we are comparing it with the other colors which are around it, so it looks very light. So now we will cover the rest of the area with, so as we are coming closer to this like foreground, we will increase the concentration by 10%. Like the color will become little intense, like little more darker, little, not more. Okay, little. And in this portion, this corner, it will be yellow ochre and a little bit of orange. Okay, see, yes or no? Because this corner is having sand, right?
Yes, sir.
So as I said, a little bit of concentration, like the color concentration or the color intensity will increase in this portion, and this portion will have colors, a little intense color. This portion where the ground and the water both are mixing, there we will add a little bit of yellow ochre and orange mixture. Now what we are not able to see are subtle ripples in the water. So what we will do, we will give some ripples. So we will mix some blue, some crimson, and some yellow ochre, more blue, so it becomes a nice gray color. Some orange also can be added, and this color, this color is fine, but we will reduce the intensity. Okay, so I will use a piece of cloth and I will take out the maximum color from here. It needs to be little more bluish, and I am just going to put some ripples here. See, like this. Okay, and one more thing I'm going to do, as we are going to go up, we are going to reduce the intensity, and also the ripples are going to come a little closer to each other, and this is going to happen only on wet surface. Right now the surface is going to be dry very soon, So this might not work also. You're getting me? So this effect is going to work only if the water is dry. Water is wet. But I can see that this much water is already dry, so I am leaving it. From here till here it was wet, so I put the ripples from here to here. Okay, right now what we did, we started from the sky. Yellow ochre, I put first yellow ochre and created this warmth. Then I used a purple kind of color with lot of water, and I blended that color inside the yellow ochre. The sky was finished. Then we came below with the same color in a very diluted form. We applied on the distant water. As it came downwards, the color intensity is increasing. You can see it is light here and here it is darker. Even if you half close your eyes and see the reference, you can see, you will clearly see that the farther the water is, it is lighter. The nearer the water is, it is a little darker. Slight changes in tones, but still it makes difference. And on this portion we have added yellow ochre and orange. So while the area is wet, I used a little yellow ochre on these two boats because it is having a little yellowish tinge. And also I used the same purple color as ripples. Like, you should not use continuous lines, you should use discontinuous lines here and there. And the ripples will be made in a way that it actually, the ripples, the color intensity reduces as it goes away from us, but the ripple size or the thickness of the ripples will reduce as it goes away from us. So that is the entire idea. So this is the first wash where we have given a nice color. The lightest colors we have already put. Now we will be it is our job to increase the darkness wherever it is needed and leave it in this color, like leave it in this tone wherever it is not needed. Like whichever things are lighter, we will leave it in this color. Whichever things are darker, we will keep darkening henceforth. Okay, so we will have 2 layers of darkness, 2 to 3 layers, and the painting will be over. Fine. So let's start the second phase. Okay, so अभी हम लोगों का ये वाला ओवर हुआ, अपना जो फर्स्ट wash है that is over. Now we will go to the second stage, and for this second stage we will need a little smaller brush. First we used a big brush, now we will use the second big. Okay, so I am using the second big brush. First we will do the distant hills and the vegetation. So the distant hills, for the distant hills we will use blue and yellow ochre together. Light coating करना है. We don't have to make it darker, and we have to make sure that the line out here is a straight line. Okay, and then blue color and yellow ochre को mix करना है with a little more yellow ochre, so it becomes a little yellowish, little greenish, and that becomes our vegetation, distant one.
So what colors are we?
Blue and yellow ochre. So I am using blue and yellow ochre. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And blue, more yellow ochre is needed. Okay, so for the vegetation, for the greenery, distant greenery, we need more yellow ochre and a tinge of blue, like that. we just have to make sure that this line is a straight line. This horizon line, this should not go here and there. Okay, this is done. So the distant trees are done. Once the distant trees are done, we will go and lay some details on the boat. For that, we need first of all a little blue color, which we will be using to fill the internal part of the boat. So this is the first boat, which is away from us, little at a little distance, and then there is the second boat. So we will take some blue and crimson to make a dark color, little bit of orange also to make it a little brownish kind of color. We don't take any black color in our painting, so this is the color that we will be using for the boat. And same with this boat. I'll start with the dark color here. Then there is some viridian green border that will continue. So basically we will now work on the boat, and once the boat is done, we'll work on the reflection. So that is how we are going about it. I'll take some viridian green. So viridian green, I'll just put this viridian green, and this will go from thick to thin, like that. Okay, and we'll take a little dark color and put it on the bottom of this viridian green. Make sure it is going from thick to thin. ठीक है, done. Little bit of water on the top, just इसको एक blend देने के लिए. Okay, then we have to use this red color, the crimson, mix it with the additional blue what we were having. So this red should be mixed with blue. Okay, this should not be pure crimson, because this color is also very dark. So bottom portion of the boat यहाँ तक खत्म हो गया, and this portion again, this portion is even darker, like that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, and again the internal part of the boat is dark here. I'm just trying to go with the flow. Little crimson and orange mixed together for the net inside. So this is a more reddish kind of color. Just we'll put the reddish color here, and a little bit of yellow ochre on the sides, like that. Just give some profile.
Sir, your voice is very low.
My voice is low. Now it is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. तो गले में दम नहीं है. So now I just add one more tinge of darkness. You see, one more tinge of darkness to this. Okay. Then what color did I use? I used blue color and yellow ochre. Blue and yellow ochre together forms a very light gray color. So this same thing I'm putting on this also, by I'm just leaving one small edge and then covering the entire thing with this color. थोड़ा डार्क कर दिया इस साइड को, and leave some dots like this, so which will show some wear and tear on the boat. Okay, done. So can you do this much now?
Yes, sir.
Do this much and let me know.
Okay, sir. So, share the photograph of this.
Yeah. You start, I am sharing. Once it is dry, I will share.
Okay, sir.
So we will now we can either make the water reflection or we can make the human beings. So let's make the human beings first, because water reflection is the most enjoyable, so we can do that at the last. So if you see the human beings, then you have to notice from where the light is coming. So basically the light is coming from the top. Okay, so the bottom portion, like the bottom portion of these men will be it will be catching the shadow. Okay, so the top portion, like the dark, we have to mix some blue and crimson color, and we have to give a shadow from the bottom. Okay, and like for example, this person here is having a orange shirt, right? This person. So first I will put orange color on the body. See, this one is orange color. Okay, and here also this person has orange color shirt. Yes or no? So there are two people with orange color. Okay, I put. Now I'm taking some blue color and crimson color, so which forms a dark kind of tone, and I'll put some dark colors in the bottom. Same with this person. I'm putting some dark color in the bottom. Okay, now these people have dark color pants. You can see blackish pants. So again, dark color for the pants, like that. Same here. Okay, same with this guy. Fine, and then we'll take some burnt sienna for the body color. So we'll take burnt sienna and orange mixture. So this is the body color, so I'll first put this color for the human being face, and then the neckline, so we need a little bit of neck also, like that. Same with this person, we'll use burnt sienna. Same for this person, burnt sienna, and same for this person. Okay, now we will put some hair. So I'm taking some dark color and putting on the top. So what happens is, because it is wet, the color is flowing downwards. So on one angle, just I'm just touching it with the dark color. Automatically the color is flowing downwards. Okay, now okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and here there is
the skin,
for the skin tone I'm using
skin you use only
burnt sienna and orange mixture. Burnt sienna and orange mixing them together. More of burnt sienna basically, because all these are very dark colored men. So like that. Okay, and so it is all suggestive, nothing is properly visible, so it's all suggestion. And now this person's shadow is falling on this person. So it will be little dark here. Wherever the shadow will fall, it will be dark. Even on the legs, this leg will be darker because this person's shadow is falling directly. Now this hand's shadow will fall on the body. So we have to just add one touches like that. Yeah, tell me.
So where the shadow is falling, so
Uh-huh.
like on the pant,
Uh-huh.
so that area is already dried up or still wet?
Even if it is still wet, it doesn't.
Yeah, this coat.
Yeah, it will not hamper anything because uh, it is all.
Okay.
Uh,
It will not spread.
Even if it spreads, it will not be a problem because
Okay.
it will spread inside the pant, inside that area. It will not come out.
Okay.
It will. Okay. And now I'm just trying to give some more definition to this edge of the boat, trying to make it a little bigger. So somewhat it is looking like some people are standing. Okay, we don't need to make it more specific or something, just a few touches here and there, just a collar here. Okay, and I just have to make it a little broader. The person became little thin. So once we are done with the human figures, I'll immediately go to the water reflection here. Little viridian color for this wheel. There is a wheel. Okay, done. Now what I will do is I'll work on the reflection. So for the reflection we need some viridian green. Okay, viridian green, blue color, yellow ochre color. See this color, greenish yellow. We'll need two colors. One is viridian green and yellow ochre, another is viridian green, blue and yellow ochre. Okay, now see, I'm using this color for the reflection like this. As it is coming closer to the ground, it is touching closer to the sand. Okay, so this portion will have some tinge of sand color. So yellow ochre and orange mixture will come here somewhere. And then see, I'm just trying to mimic the color which is there in the reference. So on the edge of the reflection it is a little darkish blue color, and near the boat, because the boat itself is a little yellowish, it is more or less yellow ochre. Yes or no? Check once, check and tell me. So this is how you make the reflection. Yeah. Can you see this? What I'm doing?
No, sir.
Wait, let me spotlight this. 1 minute. Spotlight for everyone.
Recording in progress.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm using so on the edge of this reflection it is dark color. Okay, on the edge of this reflection where it is meeting like where it is coming away from the boat, there it is dark color, and where it is going near the boat, because the boat is in itself little lighter color, so it is reflecting lighter color. Huh? So you just have to see how the boat is reflecting the color, and then you have to do the same thing. Now these people are wearing this orange color dress, and so their reflection is also, it will reflect, yes or no? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, so we just have to put some lines like that, and this is done. Same thing, we will start with a little darker color, because here the boat starts with a darker color. This is the dark color, so its reflection will be also dark color. And then we have the viridian green, because the water in itself is a little greenish in color, so it is reflecting this water, sorry, the water, the reflection of this boat will be a little greenish. And then finally this green with some blue color and some crimson color, so it becomes a darker color. So this darker color will come on the edge of the reflection will be dark, see, like this. Okay, and then there is this uh, um, flag, so it's the reflection of the flag, like that. And we can put one more, 1 2 strokes like that. The same here also we have the flag, so it goes like that, and then the ground is approaching, so it will finish here itself. The flag has a orangey color to it, so we will mix some muddy orange, because it's finally being reflected by greenish color water, so it's like that. We will put some more reflections here, like that, just for us to visualize it in a better way. Okay, and the place where it is touching, that portion will have a shadow, just like that. नीचे का एक shadow आएगा. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Done. So ये shadow थोड़ा सा इसको ये कर सकते हैं. So now you can see how the reflection is looking. It is looking like as if the boat is stationed on some water body. Okay, earlier it was looking like it was floating in air. Now it looks as if it is on the water. And we have little more work left. Just we need to give some tonal value to this sand. So just I am taking some orange and yellow ochre in the brush, and just giving it a little push, like a little hard, like rough stroke, and pushing it inside, so it looks like a place where somebody has walked. थोड़ा सा उसमें steps का mark और ये सब. It doesn't look like a very smooth kind of thing. So this is more or less done. Now we are left with only two things: making the making the flags, and making the ropes. Okay, so what all we did? We did the human figures. I have missed one human. I have missed the human who is away from everyone. The
Yes,
lone
yes.
the lone person. Sorry, I have missed him. Poor man. So let me make him. Let me make him happy. Okay, he is sitting here alone, away from others. And then ऊपर में उसका थोड़ा बाल लगा देंगे. बस हो गया. बैठे रहे वहीं पे अकेले. चल बैठ. Okay, then what? It is very easy now to just take this brush and just put one stick here, one stick there, one stick here, and you can break the sticks. Don't make one big thick line. It doesn't look good. So you have to make everything in strokes, like you can make in discontinuous lines. If you make discontinuous lines, still it looks good. In the picture you see that it's a fully thick stick, but when once you do the same thing in a painting, it looks very odd. Okay, so you always make it like a discontinuous line. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
इसको थोड़ा discontinuous line देने से ये ज़्यादा better दिखता है. The same thing what we will do is we will put discontinuous lines here. ओके, हो गया. थोड़ा सा ऑरेंज कलर, सैफ्रॉन, एंड एक ऐसा स्ट्रोक डालना है, जस्ट लाइक दैट. ठीक है. सब कुछ हो गया. बस अभी एक लास्ट चीज़ बचा है. ये पूरा एक साथ आप कर लो आराम से. ठीक है. तो आई विल जस्ट मेक वन लास्ट थिंग, एंड दैट इज आई विल मेक द रोप्स. You will see how a little bit of white is going to change the complete look and feel of this painting. थोड़ा सा white देखो. It will look really nice. I don't know what is there with this white line. Okay, same thing. यहाँ से देखो, एंड ये वाइट लाइन का एक रिफ्लेक्शन आपको पानी में डालना पड़ेगा. यू सी लाइक दैट.
And for rope, we can use one single stroke, or we have to break it.
For rope you can use single or you can break it, that is up to you, but it should be very thin. It should not be thick. Okay, for sticks, why we use um, even for the ropes, right? You can use thick and thin lines, like discontinuous lines. I'll show you. See here, you can just like that. You can put little gaps, so it looks like the rope is little twisted and it has turned and it has some wear and tear. It will look like that, like this. That also you can do. See, छोटा छोटा लाइंस, छोटे छोटे टचेस डालने से it looks even better. और थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर. ओके, कंप्लीटेड। टाइम के अंदर कंप्लीट हो गया, देखो कितना आराम से कंप्लीट हुआ। 8:30 बजे से 10 बजे के अंदर, 1.5 घंटे में। एंड आफ्टर वेटिंग फॉर गुड अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम सो दैट यू कैन कंप्लीट आराम से, इतने जल्दी हो गया। जस्ट बिकॉज इसमें क्या है, किसके बाद क्या करना है, एंड स्टेप बाय स्टेप। पहला स्टेप में कभी कोशिश मत करो पूरा सारा डिटेल्स आ जाएगा, वो होगा ही नहीं, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, ठीक है। तो पहला स्टेप में हम लोगों का काम है जस्ट उसका बेसिक कलर्स लेके आएंगे। दूसरा स्टेप क्या है, उसका मिड टोन्स लेंगे। उसका मिड टोन्स मतलब जैसे पीछे का ये लाइटेस्ट टोन है स्काई, उसके बाद उससे थोड़ा डार्क टोन है ये वाला, और ये रिफ्लेक्शन, ये सारे, और ये जो बोट का जो कलर है, ये सारे मिड टोन्स हैं। ये लाइटेस्ट टोन है, ये लाइटेस्ट टोन है, स्काई एंड द डिस्टेंट वाटर। सो धीरे 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 हम लोग को इसको लेके आना है। वी शुड नॉट जंप इन टू द कंक्लूजन एंड फाइनली एक ऐसा नहीं पेंट करना चाहिए कि एक बोट को पकड़ के बना रहे हैं, एक बोट कंप्लीट हुआ उसके बाद दूसरे बोट में जा रहे हैं। ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स आर कनेक्टेड टू ईच अदर, ठीक है ना। जो द विजुअल ट्रीट दैट वी गेट इज ऑल कनेक्टेड टू ईच अदर। इट्स नॉट लाइक ये आइसोलेटेड है इससे, ओके। दिस सब्जेक्ट एंड दिस सब्जेक्ट आर क्लोजली knit together. The water is connected from here till here. It's not that water को मैं इतना बनाऊंगा फिर इतना बनाऊंगा, वैसा नहीं होता है। पूरा चीज़ एक ही चीज़ है इसमें, पूरा सबका कलर। ये जो बोट है ना, दैट इज ऑल्सो रिफ्लेक्टिंग द कलर ऑफ द वाटर, एंड द वाटर इज ऑल्सो रिफ्लेक्टिंग द कलर ऑफ the boat. That is why we started with one color and we still could achieve this. Otherwise वो तो होता ही नहीं ना, because we are putting the same color, the color of the sky in water, we are putting the color of the sky in the boat also, we are putting the color of sky in the human beings also. Every object is basically reflecting sky, knowingly or unknowingly. Every subject reflects some or the other, like either they will reflect fully or they will reflect partially the color of the sky, which is blue color. Yes or no? Because everybody is under the blue sky, right? So once they are under the blue sky, they are going to reflect the blueness.